It was a public display of culture and color as President Akufo-Addo arrived in the Upper West regional capital of Wa, which began his two-day official visit to the region. It was a visit that commenced the 7-day tour of the 3 regions in the northern part of the country, the Upper West region, the Upper East region, as well as the northern region. Hello, I'm Jefferson Saki in Bolgatanga and you are welcome. The first week of October 2017 in the President's Diary had 3 key destinations: Wa in the Upper West region, Bolgatanga in the Upper East region, as well as Tamale in the Northern region. But those are only regional capitals. During his 7-day tour, the President embarked on several journeys to towns and communities such as Lawra, Sisala, Nalerigu, Yendi, Pembe, Tumu, Garu Timpani, among others. His mission was to touch base with the people, listen to their concerns, and also inspect government-funded projects. It was beneficiaries of the free senior high school policy that mocked the president the most during the 7-day tour. Some running after his convoy, waving the national flag and singing songs in praise of the president for the implementation of the free senior high school policy. While others screamed their thoughts, others chose the placards to do the talking, some calling on the president just to visit their school. The further the president traveled, the more the numbers grew, making it difficult to be controlled by security. And for these nurses, it was a moment to take a break and catch a glimpse of the president, who in the next few days may have a special message for them. The journey to the 3 regions in the north started here in Wa, the capital of the Upper West region.
The president has made it clear that in as much as he is in the country, he would make it a point to visit every region at least every month. So far, we have visited 5 regions so far, starting from the Volta region, we've been to the Ashanti region, we've been to the Brong-Ahafo region, the central and the western regions. And we have 5 more regions to go before the year ends. So upon his return from the UN General Assembly, he made it clear that the next stop he would want to go to would be to the 3 northern regions before he rounds up with the Greater Accra region and then the eastern region. So basically that's the rationale for the president's visit to the 3 northern regions.
It was here at Jambusi that President Akufo-Addo commissioned the 55.5 million Wa water project, constructed with a facility from the Korean Exim Bank, and will supply 3.3 million gallons of water per day to the over 100,000 residents of Wa.
My own village, Kong, has no pipe warm water. Gua is there. Pasha is there. Even Dormo, which is the community capital, has only 2. Please, we need about 4. Your Excellency, most importantly, our district is too large. And I wish to appeal to you earnestly, and with all sincerity, to get Dormo a district and a constituency. This will enable us to have our fair share of the national cake. Because when the cake is coming, it stops at Wichel. And above all, the national health insurance policy, which your predecessor, His Excellency President former President Akufo initiated and which saw a near collapse. I'm happy that you have started reviving it to give health to our people. When that is done, we will know that, but they say a healthy people build a healthy nation.
Today is the first day of my tour of the northern regions. And I decided that I will start off here in the Upper West.
Addressing the people, President Akufo-Addo noted that there are various projects in the pipeline, and as contained in the 2016 manifesto of the New Patriotic Party, the Water for All agenda will ensure that every Ghanaian community has access to potable water.
I was told about this occasion that I'd have the opportunity and the privilege to commission this water project for the Wa municipality. I must first of all thank the Korean state, the Korean people and their government for the assistance that they have given us to enable this project to be completed. We would wish that we could do these things with our own money, but for the time being we're still having to depend on our friends for their support. And Korea is one of our best friends, and one of the friends that we want to continue to have excellent relationships with. For myself personally, I'm very inspired by the development of Korea, how they came from conditions just like ourselves and are today one of the leading economies of the world. They have done a great job, a job that we want to duplicate here in Ghana. So I'm very happy. This project was began in the time of the great Ghanaian leader, John Ajekum Kufuor. It was in his time that the financing for this project was secured, as far back as 2008. But unfortunately, after he left, it took 5 years under the government of the NDC's successor government before the construction of the project. Well, God has his own way of doing these things. A project that was begun by Kufuor is going to be commissioned by Akufo-Addo. That's the way the Almighty works. And I'm very happy to be in this situation to do this. We are determined to realize all the commitments that we made to the people of Ghana before they gave us their vote. Because we want the people of Ghana to understand that not all politicians are liars. That not all politicians just make promises just to get the vote. But there are some who will make promises and commitments because they know that if you give them the chance, they can do it.
President Akufo-Addo unveiled the plug and turned on the pipe for the first time. Like these children, the flow of water to the Wa township will mean a lot to daily life. On his second day in the Upper West region, President Akufo-Addo spent time in the morning with religious leaders in the region and called on them to continue supporting the nation with their prayers and counsel. He was particularly excited by the progress made in the fight against illegal mining or galamsey. He said he is fortified by the positive response from the many Ghanaians who believe that the move is in the right direction, and until the desired results are achieved, there is no time giving up. Well, the Bishop of the Wa Diocese of the Catholic Church spoke on behalf of the religious leaders.
Indiscriminate felling of trees because of their commercial value, like the rosewood or for charcoal, is the cause of worry. If unchecked legally, our savanna will become a desert in the near future. Your Excellency, these are but some of the things that we, as religious leaders of our people in the Upper West region, would like to share with you. We trust that listening to them, you will, where action is necessary, do something about them. We thank you in advance and continue to pray for you to be blessed by God in leading our nation, Ghana, for the good of all her sons and daughters.
I believe that it is because of your prayers that the peace of our country was preserved during the election and has continued to be preserved since. And that it was your prayers that made it possible for us in the New Patriotic Party and myself to record this unprecedented victory. So I need the opportunity to come and thank you for those prayers and to let you know that I am highly appreciative of the interventions that you make, not just spiritually, but also the social life of our people.
Minutes after the meeting with the religious leaders, President Akufo-Addo left Wa for Lawra. His arrival was greeted with traditional music and dance and was welcomed by the Rationale.
The presence of Nana Akufo-Addo in Lawra today is very welcoming because we know, the Lawra people know that their president, they don't even call it people, their president is passing and is saying hello to them and stopping to say hello. So they want to get the first glimpse of him and they are hoping that he will now come and join them. Because this history also has it that Nana Akufo-Addo's father and Na Abaifa Kabo the first, the founder, were friends. And they used to sit here to plan and discuss issues about the party. So Nana himself is aware of this and he knows that as and now, even though his father's friend is down, he has his counterpart. So anytime he's passing, it's very befitting to stop to say hello.
We are so grateful to him. He is not only a brother, a father, but he is our in-law.
So this presentation is a symbolic presentation, but very important as far as your presidency is concerned. Thank you very much.
As the president walked to the Deba grounds, it was these nurses that besieged the forecourt of the palace to catch a glimpse of the president and to express their views.
We are very happy to have the president in Lawra. Now, Lawra was a district assembly, but now, when the MPP comes to power, Lawra is now a municipal assembly.
Yes.
So we are happy with that.
Yes.
Free education is on progress.
Yes.
Allowance, we have registered and we are waiting for them patiently. He said he's going to revive on the health insurance.
Yes.
And honestly, they are working on it. We are happy in Ghana, we are proud.
Yes.
We are very happy we have Nana as a president.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Namine, Pognamine, as you all know, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is no stranger to this palace and Lawra. He has never failed to call on us anytime he is around Lawra, and particularly to seek our mandate to lead the country. His Excellency on this visit is merely following the footsteps of his uncle, grandfather, the doyen of Ghana's history, Dr. J.B. Dankwa, who spent many nights with Na Jorbie Akodam Kabo I in their struggle for independence in the 40s. The massive endorsement by the people of Ghana at the last elections shows clearly the hard work, commitment, tenacity of purpose, believing in oneself and God are essential requirements for success in any endeavor. That Your Excellency has demonstrated these attributes over the years is not in dispute at all, and all discerning observers were not therefore surprised at your victory.
We have begun to fulfill some of the most important commitments we made to the Ghanaian people before the elections. Our determination to revive our nation and put it on a sound basis for prosperity for the future. And the key to the future prosperity of our country is to empower our population, educate our young, so that they can face the challenges of today and of the future with confidence. 90,000 additional students have entered senior high school this year than they did last year. Within the 9 months in which we have been in office, by virtue of judicious management and honest dealing with our public finances, the Ministry of Health has been able to pay back 560 million of that 1.2 billion debt. We have restored the teacher training allowance. They said that we couldn't do it. As from this September academic year, the teacher training allowances have been restored. As far as the nurses training allowances are concerned, a week today, on the 10th, exactly 1 week today, I'm going to Sunyani. I want you all to put your ears and wait to hear what I have to say in Sunyani.
From Lawra, President Akufo-Addo visited the chiefs and people of Nandom.
We are conferring on him Malo Na, and that is development chief. We in Nandom Paramansi are following with administration the fulfillment of your campaign promises, despite the many challenges you are facing, and wish to say that you have our support and you should therefore not give up. The kids and people of Nandom area have started enjoying the fruits of your government. The cry of the people was how to get the Lawra-Nandom Family Road constructed. We are happy to say that immediately you assumed office, work on the road started, and it is ongoing. We have also noticed work on our town roads. It is our hope that these will not be abandoned mystery.
I've said it before, and I'll repeat it. Ghana is not a poor country. We are not a poor people. What we have not had is good leadership. We are going to give good leadership for the people of Ghana to be able to lift up our country. I'm very happy that one of the first things we have done in terms of trying to rebuild the road network of our country, we were told during the elections by my opponent that in his period, our country had seen unprecedented infrastructural development. And yet everywhere you go in Ghana, people are complaining about roads. I don't know what kind of infrastructure he had in mind, but clearly roads were not part of it. And I'm happy when I made this statement that I hadn't seen it on the roads. He said I was asleep when I was traveling on the roads in Ghana. But I'm very happy to see that the Lawra-Nandom-Hamile Road, which is such an important arterial road for our country, that work has begun on it again. And I'm appealing to the contractors who are here, the Ghanaian family, who are very well known, very respected contractors in our history, that this time round we're going to the end. And we need your support to make sure that we go to the end.
It was late in the evening when President Akufo-Addo made a whistle stop at Golo Koro's Palace, where he paid a tribute to the late Ghanaian President Dr. Hilali Man, who hails from here, Golo in the Sisala West district of the Upper West region.
In the last few years, agriculture has been in decline in Ghana. It's meant that the prices of foodstuffs are very high, and we're even having to import foodstuffs from Burkina Faso and from Côte d'Ivoire. But we have better land and better resources than Burkina Faso or Côte d'Ivoire. So we brought in a program called Planting for Food and Jobs to transform our agriculture and make us self-sufficient in food. We have begun by targeting 200,000 farmers across the country. And we're giving all the farmers fertilizers at a subsidized rate, insecticide, and providing them with extension farmers to increase their productivity. So next year, we're going to increase it to 500,000 farmers. By the end of my term, we will have involved 2.5 million farmers in the program. We want food to be in abundance in Ghana and then be able to export some to our neighbors and to across the world. But whenever something good has happened, there are always a few small people who, because of their pocket, they will want to sabotage what is going on. I want you to help me. The few people who want to smuggle the fertilizer across our borders to make money are sabotaging our efforts together, all our efforts to build our country and to provide food for ourselves. With the police, we catch the people who are doing that. You have produced a president. So you are a special people. Thank you and may God bless you all. Golokuro. Thank you and may God bless you all.
The third day saw President Akufo-Addo in Bolgatanga, the Upper East Regional Capital, where he addressed a Durbar of Chiefs. He later inspected the Via Dam, a source of drinking water to the Bolgatanga Township, as well as an inspection of ongoing works on the Bolgatanga-Boku Road. Details of that in the next episode of the Presidential Diary. Remember to log on to www.presidency.gov.gh and the other social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram for more updates. I'm Jefferson Saki. See you next time.